great to see you guys. Welcome into Makeup Monday. I'm your host, Courtney Cason, and welcome to our version of Happy Hour. Today is especially Happy Hour because our entire Cue the Beauty month theme, month of Cue the Beauty theme, if you will, however you grammatically want to say it, I've forgotten already, is all about spring break beauty. And so a lot of you are probably getting really excited about the trips that you have coming up with your family and friends. A lot of you are just tired of living in a winter apocalypse and you're imagining yourself somewhere sunny on a beach. Well, our entire theme of the month on Beauty IQ and QVC is how to get you spring break ready, whether it's great girlfriend trips or you just want to dress up and feel like you're on vacation. We're going to take you through that when you go to our website and check that out. You can also look forward to 6 easy payments on all beauty for the month of March, which is really exciting.
Through the 10th.
Through the 10th. Darn well should be through the month of March. But we are excited today because, as a lot of you know, if you check out QVC.com, we've got a today's special value that is our only self-tanner today's special value of the entire year, and it comes to us from Josie Maran. So I am going to take you through how to get spring break ready, spring break glam, courtesy of argan oil and a whole heck of a lot of self-tanner. But first things first, we have to say hello to our crew that's here today because one of them, my fellow CC, my fellow Courtney, I need to just go ahead and tee this up. She's getting married in October. She's thinking, okay, self-tanner season. Yes, give me a beach for my honeymoon. I want you, whether you're watching on my Facebook page, QVC's, or Beauty IQ's, to let us know where Courtney should go for a beach-filled honeymoon in October.
Delaware has already been suggested, just so everybody knows. Home of tax-free shopping.
We love Delaware. We're big fans of the beach there. And by the way, I can fully appreciate that state refers to the beach for what it is. It's a beach. It's not necessarily a shore. There's a shore and there's a beach, but we love Delaware. So Delaware's hands off. We're thinking we want to go international, so put your suggestions there. But Cece's here, Sean's here, we've got Mike here. I mean, the gang's all here, which is really exciting.
We also have, watching on Beauty IQ,
Yes.
I believe, we have Diane.
Hi, Diane.
We have Amanda from Pittsburgh.
Hello, Amanda from Pittsburgh.
Frankie and Cinza.
Yeah, say hi.
As well as Heather.
Ooh,
from,
hello,
Newport,
lady.
Rhode Island.
Ooh, love that. Say hi, say where you're from, and we'll give you a shout out on air on Makeup Monday. And as always, if you have any questions, be sure to ask in the comment section below. I would like to start this Makeup Monday by taking you down memory lane into how I became QVC's resident expert on self-tanning. I've been doing it since I was 11. I have been mistaken that I've had the flu. I haven't slept well. I might be sick based on my skin color alone because I'm equal parts pink, equal parts blue. 2 stories I want to tell you really quickly. First rendezvous into self-tanner, I only put it on my legs, which seemed like a great idea because this was probably when I was in 6th grade and I was like, oh, I'll just wear a sweatshirt and then just show off my gorgeous bronzed legs. Well, my guy friend Alex Ramsey came up to me and he was like, oh, why are your legs a different color than your face? So, in today's theme of self-tanning, it's important to do it head to toe. Don't just put it, one place and not the other because you want to live your best bronze beauty life all over. So that was one mistake that I made with self-tanning, just doing my legs and then just like showing up pale as a ghost from the top. Top's got to match the bottom. Secondly, one of the reasons I am so self-obsessed with self-tanner, and this is a true story, and even though I'm pretty sure I've risen above it, when I was in high school, a boy didn't want to date me. He was like, I don't think she's that pretty. She looks sick. Yeah, I know. He's the total worst, and trust me when I tell you, I have an amazing husband now, but I've never forgotten that he said that to me. He was like, I don't know, you look sick. And I was like,
my God.
So totally depressing. I think he lives.
Brother Malix?
No, I could tell you his name, but he might be watching. He was so cute. He was like the Justin Bieber before Justin Bieber, and now I hope he just has a moderately okay life. I don't wish ill on him, but I just want you to see how bronze I am.
Yeah.
Because I have risen above it.
I hope he's forced to keep the same hairstyle as Justin Bieber
I
back in the day.
think I have won the cake on this one because I think he has started to lose his hair. So ha ha ha.
Take that, Malix.
I was going to say something really inappropriate, but then I realized we're live streaming on Facebook. Anyways, as you can see, I've really grown as an individual thanks to self-tanner. I've harbored no resentment to how my life has worked out as a very pale and sickly individual, but as you can tell from my skin tone now, thank you, Josie Maran. So, in that case, I would like to start with Self-Tanner Prep 101, and it starts with our today's special value from Josie. I feel like I'm getting ready to fight. I'm like taking my rings off, showing off the guns or the noodles, whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to open this box here in front of you. So you get it in the mail, and it's smile. You are loved. Such is the case. And then, of course, you're going to get a really cute cutout of Josie. And this kind of explains on the back how to use the sugar scrub that you're getting as well as the argan tanning oil. So what I would suggest to you is start with the sugar scrub. And one of the things, that's not going to work. Okay, there we go. All right, so what you want to do with the sugar scrub is hop in the shower, completely soak your body, but then move the nozzle away from you so that you have very, very damp skin. And so make sure that if you're going to shave your legs and shave under your arms, do that first. The good news is that it's made out of sugar, so you don't have to worry like as if it were salt, like putting salt in an open wound and being like, my skin's on fire. So shave your legs first, underneath your arms and anywhere else. Then make sure your body is damp and then open this jar of goodness. It is so good. Inside it's actual granules of sugar. And so when I scoop this out, all you're getting is argan oil and actual sugar. That is so important because when you think about one of the reasons that maybe your tan stays really long with self-tanner, you've got to have hydration. It's not just post-application. You've got to have hydrated, exfoliated skin before you even start, which is a battle in and of itself. So what you'll do is you'll take just about this amount and be liberal with it because you're getting 18 ounces. You don't have to like be frugal with this at all. And what I want you to do on damp skin is just schlep this up and down your arm. You can add more water if you want to, but I'm going to show you just here.
I have a quick question.
We have questions.
Do you have an Aunt Sissy?
I do have an Aunt Sissy. Is Aunt Sissy watching?
She says hello.
Hi, Aunt Sissy.
She says, you're beautiful and I'll talk to you soon on your birthday. I love you.
Oh my gosh, Aunt Sissy is the best. Hi, Aunt Sissy.
And also, update, we're now streaming on Josie Maran's Facebook page.
Hi, Josie girls. Thanks for watching. This is Makeup Monday, and on a Monday, it's our version of Happy Hour. All right, so do you see the consistency, how that's gotten really frothy? I want your entire body to look like that. Now, you'll still have granules that haven't dissolved, but because this is made from just argan oil and actual sugar, you'll actually start to feel a different texture in your skin and not a gritty one. You can actually feel the smoothness the more that you rub this in. So I would say spend about 20 to 30 seconds, each arm and leg, tummy, chest, back, you name it, and then just rinse it off, just like so. So I'm gonna go on this side. And just kind of take a little bit of this off. Goodness. And by the way, use warm water so that way your pores open. I'm not trying to make any claims, but when you exfoliate before self-tanner, use warm water because I feel like once your pores are open, the self-tanner just goes in even further and your tan lasts even longer.
Your mom is also watching.
Oh my God, this is kind of embarrassing. Aunt Sissy's watching, my mama's watching.
Is it Nikki?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
totally, oh my gosh, so much pressure. So Nikki and I used to self-tan. We would call it, we would say like, we would get home from like her salon and be like, ooh, do you want to go take a tan? And be like, yes, of course we want to be bronze. So we would take a tan on like a Thursday from Saint-Tropez, where it originally started. This is like 20 years ago, and we would just come out like we had been to the islands.
Amazing.
On a random Thursday or Tuesday. So have fun. Thanks, Mom, for watching. All right, so once you get out of the shower, this is so important. So there's 3-ish areas that I need you to focus on and pre-lotion. So I'm actually going to grab some body butter from Josie, just to give you an idea. And I want you to put just a little bit on your elbows, just like this. Put some on your knees, just like this, and then do the lightest coating on your feet and your hands, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just take about this amount and put it in between the webbing of your fingers, but don't rub it in all the way. This is what I do at home. And then just do a little bit around your cuticles. just like so, because in case you have an oops-a-daisies, you don't want some of the driest skin on your body to absorb that self-tanner, because those are areas you don't generally exfoliate a lot just because of the texture of the skin, and you don't want the self-tanner to collect, thus giving you webbed phalanges in hands and toes.
Phalanges.
Phalanges, there's that word again. By the way, has anybody recommended any honeymoon spots?
Yes. So
Okay.
we have a poll right now. So we have people commenting, but then we also have a poll, and 50% of people, 52, says the Caribbean.
Obviously.
Then next is Europe,
Yeah.
and then Mexico, and then I said stateside.
States. Don't stay stateside.
No.
You'll be stateside
But
your whole life.
we also have people basically like writing in that their recommendations. Cozumel has nice beaches.
Yes, yay. Love Cozumel.
the
It's Taco
Viking-
Tuesday there every day.
Yes, Viking cruise.
Ooh, that could be a good one.
Virgin Gorda.
Oh, I've been to Virgin Gorda. That's
What's
where
that?
that's where the swimsuit models in the cave take their pictures.
Where's that?
It's off the coast of St. Thomas. It's by Tortola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Virgin.
Olay.
Great.
Okay, so here are my hands. So keep them exactly like this. Don't rub all of your lotion in. And then you can start self-tanning. So I'm going to just tan my arms just to show you how easy this is. Guys, you're going to have to open it. I've got
yes.
lotion all
Oh,
over
yes.
my hands. Excuse us. 1 second. I didn't put my lotion in.
Oh, it's all lotion.
I know. I'm so sorry.
And we have a question in the meantime while
Yes.
this is happening.
Yes.
Let's see.
Thank you.
Hold on 1 second. So Melissa says, do we no longer need to use an oil-free body scrub prior to the tanning oil? This was the prior recommendation before use of Josie's oil. Tips and tricks: exfoliate well prior to use with an oil-free body scrub.
This is personally how I do it. I don't worry about the only oil that I use prior to my exfoliation of self-tanner is Josie's. So I would not take an oil-based exfoliator that was any other brand beforehand, because it might be a heavier oil. And remember, with argan oil being so rich in essential fatty acids, your body knows what to do with it. So while you might feel that oil layer, once you get out of the shower, it absorbs incredibly quickly. And I think having that layer of hydration, if you have really dry, uneven skin and you're not exfoliating at 100%, which I don't think anybody ever does, I feel like it's much more forgiving in terms of streaks, but also splotchy application due to, oops, I forgot a section of my leg. It's happened. So I personally will use this before I self-tan. I don't know what Josie recommends, but this is just my method of madness that works for me. And I have very moody skin.
And then Nancy says, sounds like a lot of trouble with all these steps. Goodness, is this an all-day thing?
Oh my gosh, no, this is not an all-day thing, Nancy. Don't you worry. We might get sidetracked and talk a little too much on this channel, but no, this is, seriously, if you're gonna self-tan, the whole process should probably take you about 10 minutes, and that includes exfoliating in the shower. Just kind of laying everything out, but great question, should only take 10 minutes, and the tan should stay at least for a week.
Jennifer had a good question. Sorry if I missed it, but does it stink like other self-tanners?
No, and I'll tell you why Josie's self-tanner does not stink. She uses a naturally derived DHA, and that's really important because when you use self-tanner, the chemical reaction that causes the tint in your old skin cells to be bronze, which is how self-tanner comes about, if you use one that is not natural, you will get not only a really risky color of bronze, but you'll also get a smell that it smells like corn chips. I mean, we've all smelled it. You're like, is that a bag of
You're
Fritos or
right.
did somebody over self-tan? You know, and then like you put it in with an aluminum-based deodorant and it's flirting with barbecue gone bad. I mean, these are not things that I'm proud of to tell you. I know this because it's happened to me.
I went from hungry to not hungry.
Yeah,
You went
great,
barbecue
right,
from
yeah.
chips to barbecue went bad.
So I hope that explains to you on why Josie's doesn't smell. She actually has lots of great scents to choose from. There's a sweet citrus that I'm using, which is really, really nice, especially if you've got cold weather. You just need a couple of dots, and because it's oil-based with argan, it doesn't take much to rub in. It also doesn't take a long time to absorb. So a lot of times before I go on air, I'll actually put this on and I don't get any of it on my clothes, which is great. It probably needs about 5 minutes to set completely and then get dressed, but then you're well on your way.
It doesn't smell bad. I got some on my hands. I keep smelling it. It smells
Yeah, it's like a sweet citrus. It's not bad at all.
It's nice.
One thing that I will tell you about your elbows, now when you take a look at your elbows, this is an area much like your skin or your knees where skin just collects. I hate elbows and knees. They always look about 30 years older than you actually are, like when they're stretched out and comfortable. So when you see this and you're like, oh gosh, goodness, are her elbows darker because she put too much there? No. Your elbows will always be slightly darker, even with self-tanner. The best piece of advice I can give you is once you put the oil on the mitt, just go in a downward motion and do not cover your elbow twice. Like, don't go up and down. Just go down like this. And if you're still worried that it might come out a little dark, just take a little bit of that extra, body butter and rub it into your elbows. And you can see that's not breaking up my tan. It's going along with the argan oil and it's really nice. Same thing for your hands. Always go in a downward motion. So I'm gonna take just a couple of drops and go like this. If you remember, I still have the lotion on from earlier. It doesn't have to be perfect with the mitt, but if you take more lotion like this will even out the bronze from where your palm meets your wrist. Get the webbing through your fingers, and voila, streak-free hands. Kind of genius, right? And by the way, if you should make a mistake, you should wake up and look at your hands or your feet and you're like, dear God, what was I thinking? I only had one glass of wine. Why is one foot bronze? Why is the other one not? Two things that you can do to rectify that situation. If you want to take off your tan, grab more sugar scrub, but if it's really bad and maybe it became splotchy, grab some lemon juice and wet a scrub daddy and just get in there. Lightly,
I learned that
warm
from
water.
the movie The Wedding Planner.
Lemon juice?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Love Wedding Planner.
It's like a famous scene in The Wedding Planner with Jennifer Lopez. And
I haven't seen that movie in like 10 years, but now I feel like I should Netflix it.
you should.
I love anything with Jennifer. Wait, is Jennifer Lopez?
Yes.
Yeah, I love when she's a romantic lead.
Yeah.
Like, it's always super stressful. She's an up-and-coming lady.
Yeah.
Like...
She really has a type.
She does.
She does.
I also loved Made in Manhattan. That was
Yes.
another good one. Like, there's hope for us all.
Very similar.
Yeah, there you go. Sean recommends it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
let me do the other arm.
In Wedding Planner, the bride, how fitting, comes in and she's like all orange, and Jennifer Lopez runs in and she's like she's like a half a cup of something and a half a cup of lemon juice and scrub, scrub, scrub.
Scrub, scrub, scrub. Yeah, use a scrub daddy. Use the warm water setting so that it's really soft, but use a scrub daddy and that'll help you. Last but not least, I'm just going to touch up my elbows again and then rub more lotion on my hands. I also think the more hydrated your palms are, the less likely you'll have streaks.
I didn't know if you knew this, but Sean Conti has always been told he has very youthful elbows and knees.
I am so jealous. Youthful elbows and knees.
Yeah,
When I think about getting work done, that's where I want to start.
Maybe he shouldn't be behind the camera. He
I
should
don't
be
think,
in front of the camera.
Sean, do you want to show off your elbows?
lose about 20 pounds before I do that.
You are perfect just the way you are.
It's lovely.
All right, let me show you this really quickly. So we've covered how to do hands, elbows, and knees and feetsies. So remember, use body lotion first, then go over it with argan oil, and then just touch up a little bit afterwards so you don't have to worry about streaks in those areas. Once you are done self-tanning, I like to start from the chin down. So one of the things that I will tell you about Josie's formulation with the argan oil is that if you are somebody that feels like your neck gets older because you put self-tanner, like the self-tanner gets caught in your wrinkles. Yeah, I've had it happen. I have it like a full neck wrinkle right here that if I'm not careful keeping that hydrated, it looks like I've been cut. Like I'm walking with an open wound. The oil is great for your neck because that's another really dry area, and so that won't expose the signs of aging. I will also say, as your last step, this can go on your face. Now, this is important to note because a lot of self-tanners out there actually have ingredients that are not formulated for the skin around your face. And if you've ever used self-tanner and put it on your face and the next morning you've woken up, you've been broken out, your skin's really dry, it's really red and itchy, that's a self-tanner that you should not be using on your face. With this one, you can actually use it on your complexion because it's feeding your skin just as if argan oil was the only component and not self-tanner. So, two methods that you can use as a gradual daily tan you can take a little bit of your moisturizer, just like that, and then sprinkle like 3 drops and rub it into your complexion, and then apply like you would your favorite moisturizer.
Is that what you do
Yeah.
all the time?
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
a gradual tan. You can actually put this tanner like straight on your complexion. I use self tanner so much that I just implement it into my daily moisturizer if it was like special occasion only for you, or if it's still really cold and you don't want your skin to be so bronzed, just use a little bit of moisturizer and then apply. I'll also use this as my gradual tan. I know that Josie has a gradual tan, but it's so popular a lot of times on QVC and Beauty IQ, it sells out within 1 airing and it's hard to get it back in stock. So I will take the body butter in my palm and then just do a few sprigs of the argan oil and rub it on my body, and it works perfect as a gradual tan.
Amanda has a good question.
Yes, hi.
Once you do one application of the self-tan, how long do you wait to do the second application? Would you wait 4 to 8 hours for it to develop?
Yeah, I would wait over, like, so normally how you can wear that, like, start this in the morning and wear it all day and go to work and it's not going to rub off in your clothes or smell funny. I would definitely wait until it's done developing, and that is 8 hours, I believe, for Josie's self-tanner. You can also just put it on at nighttime, and then when you shower it off in the morning, you can kind of gauge and see if you want to be bronzer, if you want to be darker, and just throw some on then. I say keep building every day until you reach your desired color level with this, which I think is nice because it's buildable. And then from there, what I want you to do is say you reach your desired color level after 1 application. Every day, you have to use body butter. You have to use something crazy hydrating, because if you don't, the way that your skin cell turnover works, whenever you see those splotchy breakups of self-tanner, that's because that part of your body didn't have enough moisture there. So if it breaks up around your wrists, if it breaks up around your arms or your legs or by your feet, you need to make sure that every day you use something super hydrating to be able to retain those moisture levels so that you have constant color. So if Monday is self-tanning day, Tuesday and Wednesday is body butter day, and then Thursday, just for good measure for the weekend, you should self-tan again, and then body butter Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's what well, Betty on QVC's
Hi, Betty.
page wants to know how long it lasts. So if you weren't to redo Thursday.
I think depending, so it's all based
About the
on
post-
your your skin. For me, this probably lasts 3 days with a color that I deem as self-tanner worthy. And I only say that meaning like I like to be very bronze and have color to my skin. So I would apply this every 3 to 4 days. But I do think most women get their desired color and long lasting for upwards of a week. I just generally, the reason I say like I do it twice in 1 week is it generally takes me 2 applications to get the color that I want.
And when would you pick up, this is a question from me.
Yes.
When would you pick up exfoliation again? Like,
I would do it once a week. I would do it on
Okay.
Sunday night
Gotcha.
and then rinse it off Monday morning. I think you should just exfoliate once a week, but I mean, that'll be up to you. This feels so good. It's like one of those things that like, especially if it's still really cold, you want to do it every day because you can. The other thing that I will tell you is if you want to, actually, I'm going to pour this in here. One of the things that you can do with the self-tanner is you can pour a little bit into the jar. So if you want to contour with it, you absolutely can. Now I'm doing this over moisturized skin, but I like being able to kind of give myself a custom contour without having to wear makeup. And then when somebody gives you the no makeup challenge, you can be like, yeah, I woke up with these cheekbones. I wore no makeup.
You may have already answered this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Karen asks, self-tanners, or states, self-tanners never work for me. They always streak and spot. Is there, I feel like you kind of answered that.
If
trick
you
to that.
feel, so here's what I will tell you. Self-tanners have come a really, really long way, especially, I mean, Josie's is very, very simple. Hers is argan oil with beautiful naturally derived bronzing tints, but organically derived DHA. And so, if you have ever felt like you are spotty or streaky, one of the things that I will tell you is you have probably been using chemically created DHA, and that is the component that tints the dead skin cells this bronze color. And so if you're using something that is kind of a foreign ingredient to your body, sometimes the reactions are orange, Sometimes the reactions are really spotty and really streaky. And I'll also say if you feel like it's really spotty and streaky, you have to exfoliate with this really yummy sugar scrub so that you're making sure you get off all of that dead skin and your entire body has that even playing field. So you'll want to shave your legs, shave your arms, whatever you do in terms of that regimen. And then when you're in the shower on damp skin, massage this in. And I use this before I self-tan. That's just me. Josie may not do that, but I find it works really well for my skin. I also feel like it works really well for how long my tan lasts.
I feel like the fact that it's together too for this TSV is like really showing the importance.
Absolutely.
And I feel like most brands might not stress that part.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I also think the mitt is your best friend. Use it. That's another thing that, again, with the application, you get to feel where it's going. Sometimes with my hands, I'm just so lackadaisical. I'm like schlepping lotion, gosh knows where. And it's like, ugh, too much. But let's say you're not into self-tanner. It's not your bag. And I think that's okay. But maybe you want an alternative where you get that fresh within, like looking glow, super luminous. She's got the Illuminating Body Butter. This is not a self-tanner. It is rose gold, so there's no shade to choose from. And basically, it is whipped argan oil in the consistency of a butter that's got rose gold qualities. So if you are also thinking to yourself, weather's still pretty crummy, not going outside to the gym, haven't thought about working out, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be in a bathing suit in just a matter of a couple weeks, how do I look more sculpted? This is your best friend to drop 5 pounds with. Kidding, no kidding. So I'll just take a little bit, just like that, and watch how this just gives me the arm of an angel.
So this
There's
is like,
no other way to say it.
This is like wedding day.
This is wedding day, but let me just say this
gosh.
to you. Do not apply this to yourself on your wedding day. This is what your bridesmaids are for. This is why you have the help the day of your wedding. Somebody needs to get in there and apply that. And whatever you do, just hold your arms out for like 2 minutes, let it dry, because you don't want to get it on your dress. But it doesn't transfer, which is nice. So just let it set.
Wow.
See, aren't you so glad? I
Wow.
mean, look at that. I mean, I had noodles for arms, and now all of a sudden you've got like a lot of hydration, you've got a lot of glow, and it's personalized glow. It's bringing like your skin tone out, but just in a really illuminated, angelic way.
And can you remind them where they can go to find all the products you're using right now?
Of course. So every Monday, I host Makeup Monday, and it's a happy hour where we pick a theme and we build along our faces. We educate you like we are today with Self-Tanner. And if you see anything that you want in the show, from our today's special value to the Illuminating Body Butter to the Face Butter, you can actually visit QVC.com or BeautyIQ.com, search Makeup Monday, and all of those products are front and center for you to be able to bring home just in time for your spring vacation.
And then also after the live stream ends, the link that's in the copy of the post, the body of the post, will also take you there.
That will stay forever, so you can just find it there if you want to. Another piece of the equation that I'm going to throw you for a loop, you might be thinking, okay, spring break beauty means for me no makeup, but how do you make your skin look really great? So we've already talked about kind of contouring with a little self-tanner. Now, I did it with moisturizer, and I'm doing this a little bit backwards, but when you get out of the shower, especially if you've had like a good Clarisonic scrub on your complexion, take this super hydrating argan mist. It is like the most delicious thing for your complexion. First of all, it's chocked full of essential fatty acids, and because it's in this micro mist, I just feel like it penetrates like the dermis a little bit further, especially after you've Clarisonic, and it just plumps your face right up. So I'm gonna just put a little bit on my complexion. Thriving. Just gonna press it in just like so, and this will kind of even out all my contour and whatnot. And then I'm gonna take this little jar of Happy. It's a makeup primer and highlighting oil. So take a look at this. This is like the elixir of life. Look, yeah, right? Look how pretty all of a sudden that turns into.
Miranda had a good question.
Hi,
Can
Miranda.
you talk about the fragrant choices for the tanning set?
If you don't know, I can say it.
Yeah, CC will tell you.
Okay, so the fragrance for the choices of today's best deal is juicy mango, sweet citrus, or
what I
vanilla
have.
bean.
Okay, I have sweet citrus. Sweet citrus is really nice. And I would say, honestly, sweet citrus, I feel like plays really well with your fragrances that you're probably already wearing with spring, along with vanilla. Look how pretty this is. A little highlighting
Wow.
oil. Just looks like it existed naturally. And then if you get in a jam and forget your illuminating body butter, just take it and put it all over your arms and your body. Because it's truly like moon drops in an oil, which is awesome. Do you know what this looks like? Unicorn tears.
Stop.
You guys.
Magical.
Magical. All right, so I'm going to rub that in. Last but not least, with your complexion, you want it to stay hydrated and stay bronzy. We have got our whipped argan oil body butter complexion tint. So I'm going to be using it today in the medium and in the tan. And I'm just going to use my beauty blender just on the palm of my hand. Hang on, let me wring that out. You want to make sure you wet your beauty blender.
Amanda says, by the way, I know you have to be living your best life right now talking about self-tanner.
Is that Amanda Bennett?
Broge.
Okay. Amanda Bennett's one of my really good friends. She knows how obsessed I am with self-tanner. I can't tell you how many, I'm your phone a friend if you have a question about self-tanner. I can tell you every single brand that I love, every single brand that works, every single brand that doesn't. I've truly been self-tanning. My first piece of self-tanner that I ever put on my body was Saint Tropez.
When you were 11?
When I was 11 in my mom's salon. And I remember thinking, my gosh, if this is what I have to look forward to the rest of my life, I'm going to live it up. Yeah, it was a very profound effect on me.
You're so glowy right now, I can't handle it.
I can't handle this
Looks
life
so
either.
good.
This is why I'm so excited you guys can go shopping for this, because I'm like, I get to just be glowy and bronzy on a Monday at work. How great.
And it's so cold out.
It is so cold outside. It's terrible outside.
If you walked outside, I don't even think the snow would even touch you. You're just emitting
You're
so
like
much.
radiating.
Yeah. On the color spectrum, I wonder what the difference between me and snow would be, like right now. Like how many shades different?
I think, would you mind just going outside and warming up my car?
Yeah, I could. I could.
Defrost it? Stand by.
I will say that it looks so natural, like the undertones look.
Yeah, and that's what's great about Josie's, and I know it sounds like super scientific, but when you invest in a self-tanner, please do your research on what kind of DHA there is, because if it is chemically derived, you do not want it on your body. The fact that this is naturally derived from some of nature's finest ingredients, I feel like this is the bottle of sun that will turn you your ultimate bronzed babe shade that you would have been had you spent 10 days on a honeymoon in the Caribbean.
59% Caribbean.
59%
It's in the
Caribbean.
lead.
Well, I was telling Cece, and this goes for you guys watching at home, there are overwater bungalows in the Caribbean. I think it's on the southwest side of Aruba. It's the only place in the Caribbean that you can have over-the-water bungalows, and I think you should go there.
I know, you're right.
I mean,
Does
you
sound
can.
amazing.
I just have an overwhelming desire for Mexican food and margaritas.
Well, I mean, who doesn't?
yeah.
You know, like tequila, limes, pico de
yes.
gallo,
Yes.
guac. Yeah,
Guac.
who doesn't?
Give me all the
I'm
guac.
hungry again now.
I'm getting hungry.
I know.
I'm sure you can get Mexican food anywhere.
I'm going to Moss after this.
Absolutely. You're going to Moss?
Yeah.
Yum.
I'm excited
All right.
about it now.
Okay, last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wipe my palms off. I can't believe this self-tan tutorial is just
You alright?
a lot of hydration. Oh, there we go.
You did it.
Thank you. Wait, yeah, okay. Let me just dig on in there. Okay, so these are Josie's Bare Naked wipes, and after you're done, take your palms just like this. Just rub off all the excess oil. And that's it. That is all she wrote
I
in
love
my
it.
Self-Tanner 101 first day of beauty school. What's your major self-tanner tutorial?
Amazing. And then can you just remind them that all beauty is on 6
Yes, all beauty is on 6 easy payments. And I will say this, I do get auto delivery on Josie's self-tanner, but I will pick up 2 of the self-tanners until I get my auto delivery.
We had a comment earlier, I forget who it is, I'd have to scroll back up, but she said she got hers at midnight and then she's thinking about getting another one because of how much she loves it.
Here's what I will say. And so I convinced my husband on a lot of things to get from QVC, and he was like, but you work there. Pretend like you don't work there. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I love to shop. Here's what I will say when it comes to self-tanner. I would get the shakes if my self-tanner was out of stock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know my natural hair color, just like I don't know the tone of my skin. I love self-tanner that much. We only get generally one order of these self-tanners, and the whole reason that we do auto delivery is that so we have orders to, we know how much inventory to buy so that you can then get another shipment in 90 days. So if this sells out and you lock in auto delivery, you'll get another shipment for the today's special value price every 3 months, which is really exciting. You don't lock in auto delivery, you go on QVC.com, it just may not be there, which is so depressing. And I mean, you think about all the sun that we have until October.
Get it now.
Get it now. It's $140 comparable retail value for less than $50. And inside this application that's 8.6 ounces, I easily think that you could probably get 15 tans out of it. So well worth the investment.
It's considered super size, both of those, the sugar scrub.
Love that.
Yep.
So, I mean, while you have the 6 easy payments, try it out. Pick up more than one. And if for any reason you don't like the scent when you get it home, send it back. We have free exchanges, which I think is awesome. And yeah, check out all the amazing reviews. It's our only self-tanner at today's special value of the entire year. And so you'll start with that sugar scrub. I scrub before I use this just so I get the ultimate in skin hydration. I'll then use this along with the body butter around my hands, around my elbows, my knees, and my tippy toes, just so it doesn't collect there or get darker. From there, I'll use the Illuminating body butter if I'm going out so that you can have unicorn arms. And then on my complexion, I contoured my cheekbones. I used a little bit of the Illuminating priming highlighting oil just to kind of freshen everything up. And then I finished with the tinted beauty butter right here in tan. Viola.
Amazing.
Okay, so go out and live your best bronzed life. Happy spring break, and remember, all beauty through March 10th is on 6 easy payments or more. Have a great week, and we will see you back next Monday around 4 p.m. Bye, beauties.